Hi, everybody, and welcome to part 4 of our wonderful interview. This is the final part of our interview with the wonderful Tom Petty. And so welcome back, Veronica and Tom.
Hey,
Yay! So
let's do this.
let's do this. And so the next question that I have to ask for you is, what were the most defining moments in your life, Tom?
Oh, experiencing love by far. Experiencing love. He's saying to me that fame wasn't anything to him. He's not trying to be disrespectful when he says this, but he never did this for the fame. What he sought out in life was what was given to him by his mother, which was unconditional love. And he had two women in his life that loved him unconditionally. And that was the highlight of my life, he says.
Tell us more about your mom. Do you hang out with her on the other side now?
He said the first person to greet me and meet me was my mom.
That is so cool. And how old was she when she passed?
He's chuckling because he's saying, "How old was I when I passed?" He's giving me like the age of 78-ish.
Okay. So mom was an important figure because dad was not super loving, but mom was somehow bringing you this unconditional love. What was that like, being in a home where you had such opposite energies in the same place?
He's saying it was the height of learning spiritually, because if, as we know, you must experience the opposite of each to know the full spectrum. So he's saying you cannot appreciate one without the other. And he's saying, how cool was it that right under the same roof, I had both?
Yeah, it's so good that you had some love, because God, that had to have been intense. And you also have a brother. Tell us a little bit more about your relationship with your brother.
He's saying that Tom was a loner,
Uh-huh.
even with the brother.
Uh-huh.
He's saying that they were comrades, they were buddies, but Tom always maintained an aloneness about his life. And his brother was different than him in the sense that his brother didn't have a broader picture to his life.
Mm-hmm.
His brother was very myopic, very one-dimensional. Is
And
very.
that must have been a trip. You have this huge life, and then your family kind of has that simple Southern life. That.
But he's saying that never left me. That
Oh,
was my roots. He said, you don't leave, you don't forget where you come from. He said, ever. Even in my life, he says, I could have had the most extravagant, extraordinary. He goes, but at the end of the day, he goes, yeah, I died in Malibu.
right.
He goes, but I lived a very simple life.
That's incredible. So,
And
I
he
mean, I
took
think
care
that's
of his family. He took care of his family.
so. When you look at pictures of your family, your biological family, and your beautiful face, you don't look alike.
And
Is there something to it? Is there a reason?
um,
Genetics? I mean, just
yeah,
simple genetics?
genetics, but he's doing this. He's like, I'm not sure. What is she getting at?
Milkman? Aliens?
He's just saying, he has more of a Nordic kind of look. He's
Right. Yeah.
which there's definitely lineage there. He looked more like his mother, he's saying.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So nothing to do with um non-terrestrial beings.
No. He's looking around, and he's kind of like, That's a conversation for another day.
Okay.
The beings.
Well, you see, I have like a spaceship behind me.
Yeah. The extraterrestrial thing. And he's saying, by the way, he's saying he wants to confirm for us that, yeah, we are ignorant if we think we're the only life here.
Oh, Tom, thank you for sharing that. That is so cool. Would you agree that we're entering a time where people are being asked to awaken by what they're being shown?
He said they're being summoned.
They're being summoned.
Yes. And he's saying if the mind doesn't expand, humanity will shrivel.
I love that. Yeah, shrivel. Let's not shrivel, people. Oh, you're frozen.
Not sure what happened. I think we froze.
Oh, I guess it was when the message was coming that we froze.
It's seriously, he's saying there's alien involvement. He said, because, listen, this is all seriousness coming from him. It's not a conversation that we have here, he's saying. So
because there's just beings of all different kinds. Because a soul is a soul is a soul, right?
Yes, and he's also saying that it's not time for the lessons to be revealed. What he and others know where he is, it's kind of like if we spoke about it right now, it would kind of make our ears bleed, he's saying. Humanity's not ready to hear the full truth yet.
I'm ready, Tom. I am so ready.
That's why he's saying you get it in bits and pieces and bits and pieces. He said, because if the whole plan were laid out in front of you, it would make heads spin. And humanity at its basic is about survival, and it would just freak people out. So that's why we're getting bits and pieces. And he's also saying, not to digress this interview, but he's saying UFOs, as we call them, okay, which he's saying there's a better word for them, are definitely out there, and they are to show us a better way. But before they can do that, they have to assimilate and know us. And he's saying we're silly if we think they're not walking among us.
Absolutely. That's my next question. So were you thinking unidentified aerial phenomena?
He's saying definitely aerial because they're above. And he's saying interesting. As above, below.
Oh, yeah. So this is a conversation you absolutely do not have to participate in, but it's very fascinating that you're opening the door to it. Are there any non-humans or maybe combinations of non-terrestrials in the music industry that you're aware of? Maybe from the other side?
He's laughing. He's saying, is that a fucking joke?
Answer how you like.
Have you ever met any music executives?
I haven't.
No, he's saying, so as the channeler, I don't know that I can communicate exactly what I'm hearing, and I want to be clear about this.
Okay.
Humans have made a mockery, he says, of extraterrestrial beings. The cutest thing was E.T., obviously. And he's saying outer limits, he's going back, all the sci-fi shit he's saying, it's not like that.
Yeah.
It's not like that. He's telling me that aliens, as we call them, are totally like us in the sense that they have a mission, they have a soul, they have a distinct defined purpose, and they can simultaneously walk this realm and that realm.
Have you been in any lifetimes that are not on the planet, on other planets, other star systems?
Yes.
Thanks for telling us, Tom. You're so awesome.
Yeah, he's saying yes, and he's saying, but it's not as fabulous as you would think. and he's laughing because he's saying not that it's not fabulous, because it's all fabulous, and he's loving the word fabulous, I guess, but he's saying that it was all part of being schooled, being educated. And listen, he's saying if we came here, like you and I, he's saying if you and Nora understood or could feel your presence in another realm, he goes, or even remember where you came from initially, he goes, it would fuck up your contract.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to know it.
Yeah.
It
would be confusing.
What?
It would be confusing.
Yes, yeah. And that's exactly what he's saying. He goes, but humanity walks around and they did this whole metaphysical thing. Oh, I gotta know. No, you don't fucking gotta know, he says.
Yeah.
You just gotta go with what's in here.
Yeah, go with the plan, dude. Go with the rough sketch. Go on your path that's laid out in front of you.
Totally. Except where you are, he says.
Yes, except where you are. So, can I ask a selfish question about myself? I'm just curious.
Sure.
I have always just loved musicians, and I cannot play for shit. What's up with that?
He's saying because it's not time yet. And he's telling me you are going to be a guitar player. Have you picked up a guitar?
I tried, but I've had horrible teachers. I need a good teacher, Tom. Hook me up.
He will teach you.
Okay.
Listen, he's like, I'm totally serious about this. He's saying, I don't know what he means by this, but I'm going to interpret it in my term. Google, YouTube, whatever the search engine you use, Tom Petty teaching guitar lessons.
Okay.
See if it's out there. He's saying, I'm out there in the universe teaching. So as the channeler, I'm interpreting it like that. He's saying you haven't tried long enough and hard enough. And he's saying, take a very simple tune and start out with a very simple tune, a basic acoustic tune.
Do I do a metal or a synthetic? Synthetic?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. I love you. Yep. I'm just so stoked. So that we're going to wrap it up, but I wanted to give you the opportunity, Veronica, to ask or share anything that you would like to share before we close up. And Tom, feel absolutely, you are our homie. Like, say whatever you would like to say. And of course, we're happy to have you on the show again. Whatever you need to share for humanity, for your family, anything at all, I give you the stage.
Well, you know what? Tom and I are in alignment when we come up with his favorite song. And I really, he's been chomping at the bit to tell his
I forgot to ask that. Yeah, your favorite song.
And it's my favorite song as well. I Won't Back Down.
Oh, so good. I have to tell you, my favorite song is Living Down a Dream. What is that? Yeah, it's my favorite. And it spoke to me. This is all part of the plan that it showed to me, and I could see the show, and it was part of that song playing to me.
He's talking the lyrics to I Won't Back Down. I'll hold my ground and I won't back down. He goes, someday I'll tell you about Stevie Nicks. And he's doing this.
Well, I know Stevie Nicks loved you.
Oh, it was mutual. He says, you want a coup? Get Stevie Nicks. Interview Stevie Nicks. He goes, I'll hook you up.
Really?
Dude,
I'm so open. I mean, I'm so... Hook me up. I will interview Stevie.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, hook us up, because this is like the new venture for the realm of interviewing artists. I mean, like, whether you're here on Earth or out there, like, let's do this. What
he loves about this, I'm sorry, he's interjecting. What he loves about this is it's not salaciousness. It's not bullshit gossip. It's not focused on anything but creating a better way of life. And it creates the big whole picture of the artist.
Oh, I'm so glad you say that. That does my heart so good. And I wanted to add something, but I'm just at a loss for words. This has just been so wonderful to connect with you. And I'm so appreciative. And Veronica, do you have anything you want to share before we close this up?
I am so grateful to be able to do this, and I'm so grateful to bring this beautiful energy that exists on the other side. And for me, it's a way of life. And I know that with this venue, we're going to change lives, and we're going to open up perspectives, and we're going to begin the shift. So thank you for having me.
Thank you, Veronica. You're a rock star in your own right, and I just really appreciate what a badass you are, and this is so exciting, such a fun ride, and I invite all of you beautiful musicians and artists on the other side to just play in this energy with us, because this is a party, and Earth needs a party right now. What do you think?
Woo-hoo. Yes, Earth needs a party.
We
and
need a
don't
party.
Back down. Don't
back down, people. And Tom, I'm going to be learning guitar, man. Hook me up with like the right guitar. Have it just plop into my lap. Okay. So we are thrilled that you tuned in to our show today. And if you enjoyed, please do spread the word, share, tweet, and subscribe. I don't know if we have a Twitter page yet, but we will. Subscribe to Rockstar Interviews from Beyond, and we will provide links to the good, tasty niblets of videos of our favorite rock stars. We'll put some videos up of Tom Petty. I've already put a couple up on our, I think on our YouTube page, but also check out our Facebook page and get involved. Ask us questions. What do you want to know from your favorite rock stars? Who do you want us to interview next? The plan is to interview everybody who passed in 2017, just because they're recent. Maybe there are people who can utilize some healing in this process. We want to just increase as much healing and joy and bliss as we possibly can, and just party, man. Like, let's have fun. So let us know, write to us, communicate with us. We are here to serve you all in the greater good. Let's see what else. And don't forget to talk to your past loved ones. Talk and communicate with your loved ones who have passed on, because they can hear you. Absolutely. And they can let them come through. And I love you. I love you, Veronica. Take good care. And until next time.
Bye-bye. Rock on.
Woohoo.